Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming to you from Colorado Springs in Colorado. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling Shake It Up Saturday. So what did you guys do to shake it on up today? We had an awesome day. Zeffy is still talking to me, which is good. Had a busy morning, got to bring somebody new into the business, so that was awesome to be able to do that. And then this afternoon there was I have to give a huge shout out to Kelly Holtz for hosting us at her place this afternoon, where we had a Colorado Springs get together, and it was awesome. We got there this afternoon at Kelly's place, and there were some people who I've been meeting online for 2 years and via Zooms, and I actually got to finally meet them in person, so it was good. And Annette was there, she came over the other day, so I got to meet her then. Of course Brenda was there because I'm staying with her. Terza was there, and Terza is an incredible artist. If you go to the Terza Factor and have a look at her stuff there, I've shown you the shoes and the boots that I have that she created, so I will remember to put the links into the thing here. And then who was there? Hang on. And then Kathleen was there. Kathleen does these amazing rockabilly vintage photographs and boudoir photographs, and her work is fantastic. She is all about the stuff from the 40s and the 50s, and women come out, they get dressed up in that era, and she takes these incredible pictures of people, of women dressed in the eras from the 40s and the 50s, and she even does boudoir photographs too, and her work is amazing. And then Chris Dyer was there, and Chris took Zeffy and I to the dog park last week, and when we went to that massive dog park and had a huge walk around. But she's also the owner of a company called Embellished Butterfly, and I have to show you this. This is incredible. She gave me a gift today, and I opened it, and it's in my favorite color of purple. But look at this. This is what she does. It's got Zeffy's mum written on the outside there, and when you turn it around the other side, there's this beautiful heart with a doggy paw print. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is what she creates. She creates these one-of-a-kind pieces, and it's called Embellished Butterfly, and she uses Swarovski crystals. So just incredible talent, and I can't thank her enough for this cup. And I even got, hang on, where is it? Didn't take it out of the bag. A purple straw to go with my purple cup. So she said it's all ready to go. All I got to do is hand wash it, and it's ready to go. So thank you, Chris, for that so much. I appreciate it. And then there was Kelly, who has her own insurance agency. She's really cool with her insurance stuff. I mean, the networking that these ladies do. And Nanette has, she helps businesses with marketing to clients, and she does 31 bags. And these ladies are just amazing ladies, and we had such a great time sitting outside. It was a little windy. The umbrella actually took off. Became this big sail, but it wasn't so bad. We sat there, we had a great time. As you can see, wind blowing. Yep, I just not bothering with the hair or anything. That was just all wind blowing. So we got back not long ago. And I was this morning I was I was looking on Work Camper, and Work Camper is a site that those who live full-time in RVs can go and check out if they want to make it, just a little extra money on the side working at a campground in exchange for a site, as well as, and some of them have pay as well. So was having a look on there, and there's one for a place that's about 220 to 230 miles from here, and so I thought, why not give it a go? Let's see. You get a full hookup campsite, and this is one of the things I've been looking for around Colorado, because the problem is all the campgrounds are full, but all your students are heading back to go back to school or whatever, or the teachers were heading back. So those that have been work campers in those professions or as a student have been heading back, and campgrounds still need people to work right now. And so this one was looking for somebody to work in their grocery store or their gift store, and it could be between the two. It could be floating around wherever needed, and so I thought, why not? I get my hookup, get my full hookup. I only get 30 amps of power though, but that's fine. I've been working on 30 amps for the last 2 weeks, and I can do that. And their temperatures mean that we won't need to run the air conditioning so much. So one air conditioning unit should do us. So I put in for it, and like about half an hour after I put in for this work at this work camp, I got a phone call from the guy who's the manager there, and we had a nice little talk and chat and all of that sort of stuff, and he ended up sending me an offer letter. My only concern is that I asked him what the cell phone service was like, thinking of my hotspots and that. And he said, what do you have? I said, AT&T and Sprint. He said, well, Sprint, no. And AT&T will depend where in the campground you're standing. I'm like, great. Because I have online classes that I have to do each week, as well as group meetings and stuff that I have to attend. And I put all of that into the letter stating, this is stuff that I have to be online for. And I said, what do I do for Wi-Fi, for internet? And he said that in the restaurant, which is currently closed, you get great Wi-Fi signal in there, in the lobby of the area, around the gift store, the grocery store. He said, we get a lot of people coming up here, hopping on the internet to get work and stuff done. And so they need somebody to start as soon as possible through to about the middle of September. Because they close on the 13th of September, and that's my only concern is would I be able to get online to do my workshops, because they're done on Zoom, and one of them is a media makeover thing where I have to have my background and be in a quiet place. So that's my only concern about that one. So I told him that if I decide to take it, I will be there either Tuesday or Wednesday. So have a lot of thinking to do over the next couple of days to see if I will take it, but you know, it comes, like I said, it comes with a full hookup. There is no dog park at the thing. And one of their dog park rules is that your dog has to be leashed at all times that is outside the RV, and you have to be on the other end of the leash. I thought that was kind of funny. He says we get a lot of people trying to tie their dogs up, and we don't want them doing that. So as long as if the dog's on a leash and there is a human being at the other end of the leash, they're happy. If not, yeah. But this is a park that's been around since the 1950s, so I said it's very rustic. But they're doing a lot of things with changing out sewer hoses, wiring, plumbing, all that sort of stuff. They've been slowly doing upgrades on that as well. And they're in an area where there's state parks around the area which have great walking trails, that sort of stuff. So, you know, it has a lot to offer and some great areas to walk around. And they have 456 RV sites. They have about 100... not cabins. They're kind of like single wide trailers, which are converted into cabins. Yeah, so it's a big site, and it has its own grocery store, its own gift store. It even has gas. Not sure if they just mean gas as in propane or gas as in petrol gas. So find that out too. So I've got a lot of thinking to do in the next couple of days if I want to go down there. I would be up in the mountains. It'd be a lot cooler. Because we're getting in the cooler temperatures. So what are the temperature ranges? He goes, between 53 and 73 right now. And I'm like, yes. He said, but if the sun is out in full force, he said, you will need an air conditioner on in your RV for the dog. I'm like, But they're working 30 to 40 hours out there. And I said to myself, okay, here is my schedule of things that I'm committed to being on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis or whatever. So I gave him that list. But, you know, for 6 weeks, just under 6 weeks, 5 weeks, it might not be a bad gig for 5 weeks. So we'll see. So I got a lot of thinking to do on the next couple of days. So it's been an interesting day, but it was a shake it up one. Shake it up Saturday. And Zeffie did pretty well by herself here in the RV, although I did come in, and I got to show you this. So right now, because we've got this... Because the slide is currently in, as you can see, you can't see my mirror, her food bowl here usually sits where the dinette is, because that's usually pushed out. And when I came in just now, there's normally a mat here, but it is dripping wet with water and currently hanging in the shower. And her bowl was, this piece here comes up because it catches, it's really cool, it catches the water as she slops it all over the place and drains into the bottom of the dish. Well, this whole piece was sitting on the floor over here. And all the water I had put in there beforehand had drained out onto the mat that was there. So the mat's now hanging up in the shower so it can... the heck is going on here? I think it put some light on somewhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, I've got light on my camera. Oh, look at that. I never knew that was there before. Didn't know you could do it from the front, did you? Neither did I. I don't like that view. I'm going to go back to that one. Although my media instructors would probably say light full on. So yeah, so that was the damage that she'd done today. But then I had hidden everything else, that like power cords and stuff she could possibly chew on. I did leave the I did leave Netflix on a program that's a series, thinking that would go from one episode to the next. And when I came on, the screensaver was on, which meant that it had probably switched off the autoplay probably about 15 minutes beforehand, because the screensaver usually comes on about 15 minutes and will stay on for 15 minutes before it actually turns the TV off. So somewhere between 15 minutes and 30 minutes since the thing stopped playing. So she had some noise in here, but she was laying on her bed when we left, and she was laying on her bed when we got back in basically the same position. But from the water bowl, we know she moved at some point. And you want to say hello to everyone? You want to say hello? Yeah, you just want loving. She just wants some loving. So we'll probably go let her run around in the backyard, but it looks like we're about to get some rain, maybe another thunderstorm come through. It's looking pretty dark out there in the sky. And so it's been a great day, an interesting day. It's been fun catching up with people who I've been on Zoom with for the last 2 years to actually meet them in person. And like I said, Nanette and Chris I'd already met in person, but Kelly, Terza, and Kathleen I hadn't met in person. I only met them on Zoom. So it was nice to actually finally see them in person, standing. And Debbie Morrow came over a couple of weeks ago, and we hung out on the back deck. And so I got to meet her, but she was a lot taller than I thought she was. But everybody else, when I met them today, thought, yep, I pretty much nailed your height on what I thought, how tall you were and that sort of thing. So there was no surprises there, like, oh my gosh, you're way taller than I thought. But no, there was none of those surprises today. But we've got a thunderstorm about to roll through, so we will catch you guys later. Have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your Shake It Up Saturday, and we will catch you tomorrow morning for Serenity Sunday. Hei konera.